We've also seen a lot of innovation in terms of day parts. Obviously, everyone talks about that in more of a developed market context, adding things like breakfast, snacking, that sort of thing. But it's really starting to take off in a lot of emerging markets as well. One good example of this is Pizza Hut in China. The thing to remember about Pizza Hut in China is that it's actually a rather upmarket brand. Outlets tend to be, if anything, much nicer, more upscale than their standard outlets in the US. Products tend to be quite expensive in local terms, and they really are offering. They have an offering that appeals primarily to upper income urban consumers, a place for a night on the town or a business meeting. Recently, however, we've seen a lot of experimentation from Pizza Hut and others with what they call tea time menus. Just small snack items, desserts served with tea or coffee during the afternoon. And this certainly is a way to increase traffic at slower parts of the day, but it's also a way to broaden the brand. Can allow Pizza Hut to target consumers who might be a bit lower income, students just looking for a nice place to have a snack in a way that doesn't really compromise their long-term branding as more of an upscale location. So I think we're definitely seeing a lot more of that. Likewise, a lot of the outlet innovations we've talked about really go to expanding a chain's Daypart coverage. So these smaller kiosk-style outlets we talk about, really useful for targeting impulse sales or snack opportunities. These can be built in very high traffic areas. People are out and about, either on the morning commute or at lunchtime. Any part of the day can stop in and pick up a beverage, a snack, whatever you like. One example of this, going back to China, a couple of local chains that have really expanded rapidly in recent years are bubble tea chains. So when I say bubble tea, just talking about iced tea, usually served with milk, other items, and these little balls of tapioca starch. You can see in the US, other markets, but began in Taiwan, really getting more popular in China. And a lot of these chains have really only been around for 3 or 4 years, and we're seeing a lot of them all kind of coalescing around this small kiosk-style outlet serving pretty much only beverages in a lot of cases. The format is relatively low cost. Beverages tend to be high margin, and so this gives them a lot of flexibility in terms of outlet coverage. And in terms of finding those high traffic locations where you can reach the most consumers. And of course, bubble tea's relatively affordable. We're talking about unit prices, maybe $1 to $2 for any item. So that's really accessible to a wide swath of the population, and it's accessible pretty much any time of day. That goes back to this idea of expanding daypart coverage, going hand in hand with expanding the number of consumers that your product can appeal to.